There was once a young man who dreamed of becoming the greatest sculptor in the kingdom. Every morning, he walked into his workshop. He stood in front of a massive block of marble. He stared at it for hours. Then, he quietly went back home. The strange part? He did this every single day. His neighbors couldn't understand him. If you want to become a sculptor, why don't you just start carving? The young man always gave the same answer. I'm waiting. Waiting for what? Inspiration. He believed masterpieces were born from powerful emotions. Surely, great artists never worked on ordinary days. Across the street lived an old sculptor. Every morning before sunrise, he entered his workshop. Without saying a word, he picked up his hammer. Strike! 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 Exactly 100 blows. Then he cleaned his tools, closed the workshop, and went home. Some days he smiled. Some days he looked exhausted. Some days he seemed completely emotionless. Yet, he never missed a single morning. Weeks turned into months. The young man still hadn't touched his marble. Finally, he walked over to the old sculptor. I don't understand. You don't always look inspired. You don't always seem happy. So why do you keep working every day? The old man stopped, looked at the unfinished marble beside the young man, then quietly asked, How many statues have you finished while waiting for inspiration? The young man lowered his head. None. The old sculptor smiled. I used to wait too. I waited for confidence. I waited for passion. I waited for the perfect mood. Then, one day I realized the marble never asked how I felt. It only asked whether I was willing to strike. The next morning, for the first time, the young man lifted his hammer. Not because he felt inspired, because he made a promise. Just one strike, then another, then another. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. The marble slowly disappeared, and a beautiful statue slowly appeared. People admired the masterpiece. They called it talent. Only the old sculptor knew it was built from thousands of ordinary strikes. We spend too much of our lives negotiating with our emotions. I'll start when I feel motivated. I'll exercise when I feel energetic. I'll study when I feel focused. But emotions are visitors. They arrive, they leave. If your actions depend on them, your progress leaves with them. The people who achieve extraordinary things aren't always more motivated. They simply stop waiting. Tomorrow, don't promise yourself 2 hours. Don't promise yourself perfection. Promise yourself one strike. Read one page. Write one paragraph. Do one push-up. Open the project. That's all. Because motivation rarely comes before action. More often, it quietly arrives after you've already begun. If this story made you see your own life a little differently, subscribe to Wisdom Tree. Every week, we explore timeless stories that leave you with one simple idea that might quietly change the way you live.